caught Fiancé 33M snapping photos of me 25F while I'm asleep. Has anyone else experienced anything like this? I caught my fiancé snapping photos of me while I was asleep naked. I would be okay with it if he would have asked, but he lifted the cover and my body froze and I acted like I was still asleep, and when I started to act like I was waking up, he dropped to the floor and crawled under the bed to the other side. He hid under the bed and waited until I fell back asleep. I acted like I was falling asleep, by the way. And then he got up from the floor and went to the bathroom. I caught him doing this before because I felt him lift the covers and he forgot the flash. Said he was looking for something and I thought nothing of it until now. I reached out to my therapist about it and she said it's not a big deal. But isn't this behavior a little odd? I'm pretty sure he has many photos that I don't know about too. Why would he do something like this if we are getting married? Or why would anyone do that and hide? I confronted him before posting this and all I got was a blank stare and silence. I asked for his phone and deleted some photos, but he had multiple folders and I'm not too savvy with Androids. Plus, he was staring at me cold and was standing in front of me. So I kind of panicked and didn't go through everything as I intended.
Yesterday, I froze during snuggling, and my girlfriend asked if we should stop. I said yes, and she backed off. I've never been treated like this before. I'm 23M, and I've been raped before twice. I've been snuggled too, and this has affected me. And subsequent relationships. A lot. 2 days ago, my girlfriend 23 was in my lap, and we were making out, and suddenly the images of grape came into my mind, and I froze. She obviously sensed it and asked if everything was okay, but I couldn't answer, and I'd begun to sweat. She got off my lap and asked if I wanted to talk, but I still couldn't say anything. Then she asked if she should leave the room, and I gave a small nod. She just grabbed her phone from the table and left. This has never happened with me. Nobody has listened to my no before. It feels weird, different, I don't know. Next morning when I woke up, she had made breakfast and left me a note saying if I wanted to talk I could call her anytime. She came over after work, and I thanked her for listening to me. I was almost in tears. She welled up too and said, no obviously means no, but hesitation means no too. And that she would never knowingly hurt me. I've never been treated like this before. My parents were shit, and almost every relationship I've had, 3, were also similarly shit. But she's different. She's been my rock when I've fallen low. She cooks for me because she wants me to be healthy. She leaves notes of affirmation all over the house for me to find, and is generally the most genuine, amazing person I've ever met. I want to show my gratitude to her and want to tell her how much she means to me, but I don't know how. Also, it's still weighing on me. How I say matters to her. Never in my life have I ever been treated this way. So how do I tell how much she means to me? And will I stop feeling this way? Edit. Oh my god, y'all, I never expected this kind of response in trying to read through them all, but thank you so much. To clarify a few things, almost everyone who commented suggested therapy. Therapy is super expensive, and I'm already working to pay for school, but yes, I've started therapy. It's been about 5 months now. Just taking baby steps here. Secondly, y'all gave a ton of good ideas, but I think I'm gonna write her a letter and maybe arrange for a small picnic for the 2 of us. I know she'll love it. For those saying I should propose, that's definitely the plan, just not now. And to those who shared their similar experiences, thank you. It gave me an insight, and I hope things look up for you. And for all those who said I'm a pussy for getting raped, or I'm lying, I'm sorry, but I can't make y'all believe me. I hope y'all feel better after this.
My 32M girlfriend 28F made a snarky comment about a situation that was out of my control. Long story short, me and my girlfriend are traveling through Vietnam. I had a really bad flu 2 days ago and am slowly recovering. Although today, walking through the city, it was about 32 degrees and I was not coping well at all. I kept getting really dizzy and faint and tried my best to push through with it. I finally caved and suggested that I think I need to go back to the hotel. I apologized a lot when we got home because I felt incredibly guilty and suggested that she can even go out by herself. My girlfriend just had this real attitude and was very short and ticked off at me. When I asked her what was wrong, she replied, "I'm just sick of being in this fucking hotel." I was kind of shocked. Up until then, I had been so nice and apologetic, even though I couldn't help the way I felt being so sick. Am I taking it to heart too much, or was the comment fairly rude to make? Maybe I'm just shitty because I'm still sick.
My 30M best friend asked if I would be her 30F kid donor for her surrogate, and I am in love with her, but she has no idea. So, for a bit of background, we met in college and have been best friends since then. We hooked up once years ago. It was a drunken exchange, and I honestly chalked it up to we were both drunk and in the right place. She got ovarian cancer that was stage 3 a few years back and survived and has been in remission. However, she had to have a complete hysterectomy. She had mentioned a year ago she was considering surrogacy. She had told me she planned to use a donor as she has been single for a while. Thing is, I am in love with her and I have been for years. But she has no idea. I know at one point she had feelings for me, but I was seeing someone then. And out of respect for my GF at the time, she never acted on it. I feel like before I give her an answer, which will be yes, I should tell her how I feel. I want to make her dream of motherhood come true. And I am honestly touched she thinks so highly of me. She wants me to be the father. Regardless of how she feels, I will still donate. And if she doesn't still feel the same way, I will love her as my best friend. Yes, I am trying to find the best way to ask her, and came to Reddit for advice. So how should I handle this? Update: I appreciate all the feedback. Most of you are nice. There was a few idiots telling me I needed to be alpha and be more manly, but whatever. Anyway, the consensus with my RL friends was I needed to tell her. We do brunch on Saturdays because she does yoga Sundays, so we met up this morning. I could barely eat and she could tell something was up. She got worried thinking I was going to say no or something worse, so by the time we took a walk, both of us were nervous wrecks. I sat her down and told her everything. How I realized I was in love with her several years back but was too much of a chicken shit. To come clean, I told her that I never said anything because I did not want to jeopardize our friendship. Her face turned white, then a myriad of expressions came over her face, then she started laughing till tears came down her face. I honestly was stunned. My stomach was in my throat, and I honestly thought that almost 12 years of friendship were down the toilet. Then she started crying, sobbing really, and she lightly hit my chest. She half laughed and sobbed that she was in love with me too, but she thought that it would also impede the friendship we had, and she wanted nothing to screw up what we have. We hugged and I told her that there is no one on this earth would want to have a child with but her. We talked for hours. In fact, I just got home. We have decided that we want to focus on us for now. I want us to be at that point that we can do it together. I know that this isn't a rom-com and that things could end up not working out for us in the end. However, I am pretty sure if there is such things as soulmates, she is mine. Thank you guys and gals for giving me the courage to tell her.